being a long, thin country, offers the traveller a wealth of diversity.
From the exotic and traditional north to the fast-moving, more westernised south, and Ho Chi Minh City, where our journey begins. Before the Vietnam War, Ho Chi Minh City was known as Saigon, and it's a habit that's pretty hard to break for a lot of southerners. It's Vietnam's largest city and its economic powerhouse. The city's history actually goes back 300 years, but it's pretty obvious that the French gave it the look it has today.
The Reunification Express is the name given to the half dozen or so daily trains that make their way on the 1,700 kilometre route between Saigon and Hanoi. As the name suggests, the reconstruction of the old French-built line after the Vietnam War was a major influence in reunifying the long divided country. One of the highlights of the journey is the crossing of the Hai Van Pass between the great cities of Da Nang and Hue.
We're on such sharp curves. When you come around a corner, because we're right on the edge of the cliff, it feels like you're flying. The Hai Van Pass is also the dividing line between the northern climate and the southern climate in Vietnam. South it's equatorial, north it's more temperate.
On the descent, the train picks up speed until it reaches the crossing at Cao Hai Lagoon, marking the end of the Hai Van Pass.
The cultural wonders of Vietnam are many and varied, with overlapping influences from ancient Cham and Chinese kingdoms, through to the opulent French colonial era and subsequent communist and more recent Western styles. But for a classic melting pot, you can't go past the ancient to atmospheric city of Hoi An.
From the 17th to the 19th centuries, Hoi An was one of Southeast Asia's most important trading ports. It was known as FIFO then, and traders from all over the world came here, including the Dutch, Portuguese, Chinese and Japanese. Over time though, the river silted up and trade gradually moved up the coast to Da Nang.
These would be free range, wouldn't they? What's this called?
A couple of hours north of Hanoi, a bit off the beaten track but certainly not off the rails, is a treat from another age. And a railway adventure to Vietnam would not be complete without a chance to look behind the scenes of the normally inaccessible site of the last regular haul steam railway in Indochina. And no tour to Vietnam would be complete without a cruise around the remarkable islands of Ha Long Bay.
These amazing islands are actually ancient weathered limestone formations. But according to legend, the bay was created long ago by the swishing tail of a huge dragon. Fair enough.
So I hope you've enjoyed this sampling of some of the things that are on offer in this extraordinary country, and that you too may be inspired to join us on our next railway adventure to Vietnam.